Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bleach Brave Souls. So today guys, we're going to take an in-depth look at 6-star Nnoitora. And we're going to go over his statistics, his 6-star soul tree, and I'm going to run a variety of different builds on this character so that hopefully by the end of this video you'll have a better idea of whether or not you want to take him to 6-star. Now, before we get started guys, there were a lot of high expectations for Nnoitora when he was announced as becoming a 6-star. He used to be one of the top tier 5-star characters, so people were thinking he would have some overpowered statistics, or double hit normal attacks, or double hit strong attacks, but unfortunately he did not get any of those upgrades. It's not really that much of a stretch to think that a character with 4 arms would have double attacks somewhere, but apparently that's not the way K-Lab determines a 6-star's abilities. So that aside, guys, let's take a look at his statistics. As you can see, his stamina got quite a big boost. It went from 494 to 709, and that is a huge increase, but 709 stamina for a 6-star character, it's not really that great. It's not terrible, it's just kind of mediocre. If we take a look at the attack, it went from 423 to 478. Now that, guys, is very disappointing to me. I was expecting at least 500, but unfortunately he did not get that. 478 attack, any way you look at it, is very low for a 6-star character, and there's not really much more to say about it than that. It's just very disappointing to see it that low. Defense, on the other hand, guys, it went from 306 to 344, and 344 is the highest defense in the game, but unfortunately, just from my testing with this character, I haven't noticed a huge difference in the damage taken, or, it doesn't seem to have made him any more durable in any significant way in PvP or PvE. So the 344 defense is nice, but it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. The focus went from 175, which was terrible, to 228, which is still kind of terrible. No big deal there, though. Focus isn't really a primary statistic, so I can live with that. It's no problem. Spiritual pressure went from 367 to 449, and 449 is a little bit low, but I suppose it's acceptable. I'm not really too disappointed in that. The thing I am really disappointed in is the attack number. So, the statistics, they're overall kind of mediocre. The defense is the only real thing that stands out. And other than that, nothing really worth mentioning. Nothing really noteworthy here. Alright guys, so let's move on to his 6-star soul tree. If you take a look at it, you'll notice that you can do the whole soul tree before you need any raid characters. Or in other words, the raid characters are all at the end of the soul tree. So it is always kind of nice when they put all the skill upgrades at the end of the tree. That way you can do all the all the statistical upgrades first. And you can also get him to 150 without requiring any characters. So if you're just leveling him up for the orbs, you won't need any characters. That aside, let's see what his abilities are. The first ability he has is double flash step, which is, that's always useful in raids and PvE, so I'm glad he has it. It's a nice upgrade for him. The second upgrade he has is increased special move damage, devastation. That increases the damage he does with his ultimate attack. It's nice, but it's not like anything really extraordinary. The third upgrade he gets is poise, guys. Poise is the super armor that we know from the Kenpachi brothers. So if you don't know what poise is, guys, it means that when he gets hit by an enemy's attack, he won't get knocked back at all. He'll just go right through it and keep attacking. This is really nice for PvP because it means that his strong attacks, which are pretty decent, will always come out. They won't get interrupted or anything like that. And it's also nice for PvE as well, because when you get hit by an enemy, you can still keep moving forward. So it's more of a convenience thing for PvE, but it's still a nice ability to have. Nnoitora also has Bruiser, which increases his normal attack damage. He has Berserker, which increases his strong attack damage, and he has Havoc, which increases his strong attack area of effect. So, pretty solid upgrades, guys. No Frenzy or Flurry, but the upgrades are acceptable. They're good upgrades, especially for his strong attack skills. Nnoitora already had a really good area of effect for his strong attacks, and now it's even larger and it does more damage. So that's a great upgrade for him. The normal attack increase is also nice, and the super armor is always useful as well. So to max out this soul tree to 100%, guys, you're going to need a lot of blue jewels, blue defense jewels, and you're going to need 9 5-star Kenpachis. Alright guys, so let's get straight into some gameplay. We'll start off with a full normal attack damage build. And as you can see, I have the Chappie, the coin, and the 3-star glove, along with full normal attack damage links. So he should be doing pretty decent normal attack damage, even with a base 478 attack. He does have 60% increased normal attack damage, and 66% increased attack overall. Hopefully, he will hit, fairly decently. We're going to be doing this on a neutral stage, where he has no attribute advantage or killer advantage. This is the Mayuri 120 raid. If you take a look at his combo string, it's a 4-hit attack with pretty decent range. Get a look at a couple of different angles. Range has always been a strength of Nnoitora. His normal attacks did not get an upgrade from his soul tree, but the range is still pretty good. And as you can see, he's hitting for looks like 1500, 1700 with pretty average speed. It's not terribly quick, but it does hit in a wide arc. There's a 1482, 15, a couple of high 1700 crits. Let's move away from the poison a little bit. 1750 for crits. There's an 18. So it's nothing special. If you do have the attribute advantage in a green stage with Soul Reaper enemies, this should do quite a bit of damage. It's nothing worth writing home for, but it's okay. It's actually higher than I thought it would be, considering that his low base statistics. So let's do a quick heal here. The poison is kind of annoying. Let's keep going. So I saw a high there of 2087. Combo string, it does hit pretty well. Let's take a look at his strong attacks with a normal attack setup. He's hitting okay. I mean, it's not OP like some of the newer 6 stars, but you got to remember this is an old character, and usually the old characters aren't as buffed as the newer ones. The strong attacks, when you're running Chappies, they pretty much do no damage, as you can see by the one I just did there. That one hits for about 13, 14. So it's to be expected from a Chappie build. Most of the strong attacks will break guards. The first and the third one will. The second one will if you do 2 in a row or something like that. Overall, guys, normal attack damage build, average, I would say. Nothing special, nothing terrible. So next, let's take a look at this character with a strong attack damage build. As you can see, I have the Shinten, the glove, and the coin, and full strong attack damage links. Nnoitora naturally has a 20%, 20 plus 20 strong attack, so a total of plus 80 strong attack damage, and a total of plus 30% spiritual pressure. Plus 80% strong attack damage should make him hit pretty hard on his strongs. We're going to go full boosters. All these tests will be done with full boosters. So let's take a look at the attacks. The first one has a cooldown of 24 seconds, which is pretty long, guys. The second one is 16 seconds. And the first one is 8 seconds. Alright, so let's lure these guys out of the poison so we can minimize the damage we take. First strong attack hits for low 3000s. Third one has multiple hits for about 1200 each, and it does look to be doing decent damage. The second one hits for about 4k, with a low of 3700, excuse me. As you can see, the normal attacks with this setup don't hit very hard at all. They don't even crack 1000. But the first and the third strong attack do multi-hit, so it ends up being pretty good damage. Let's get rid of this guy real quick. Here we go. Yeah, I can't even tell how many times that third strong attack does hit, but it's like 2 or 3. The second one, it does a big scatter of the enemies, hits for a big chunk of damage. The first one hits really hard. I saw a 4-7 in there, critical hit. Yeah, so it looks like it's between a high 3000 and 4000. The third strong attack does multiple hits, so the damage is broken up over the multiple hits. But it looks like it was, for the third strong attack, it was doing about 1200 per hit. There we go. Wow, that's actually pretty good. It's close to 8k there for that first strong attack. And that one is just flat, high. Oof, I can't even tell. Yeah, really powerful hits. The cooldown is a little bit long, but the attacks are really powerful. Keep in mind, guys, that this is still a neutral stage, so he has no attribute advantage or killer advantage, and Nnoitora's killer is Soul Reaper. So in a Soul Reaper stage with green enemies, he'll be doing quite a bit of damage. His strong attack setup, pretty good, guys. Alright, so let's take a look at Nnoitora with a strong attack recharge build. Same accessories as the strong attack damage build. Character links are all minus 12% strong attack cooldown. So as you can see, he has 36% reduced cooldown, and the rest of the stats are pretty standard. And let's go ahead and take a look at his recharge times. First one is 5 seconds. Second strong attack is 11. And the third strong attack is 16. So pretty decent. It's a pretty decent upgrade from what the normal recharge times are. The damage definitely looks like it's a little bit less. Obviously, he doesn't have the 80% strong attack damage that he had before, so that's to be expected. Yeah, it looks like that one's only hitting for multi-hitting for about 900. The third strong attack. The second one hits for about 2k. And there it is again. I think it hits about, the third strong attack hits up to 3 times, depending on your positioning and your proximity to your enemies. And the second one hits for close to 3k. Decent damage, guys, and on a quick recharge. So it looks like I pretty much have a strong attack up all the time. The first one is really quick. Not really much more to say about it than that, guys. The damage is still decent. Like I said before, we're on a neutral stage where he has no advantages. So for him to be pulling 2,700 hits on some of his strong attacks is pretty good. Like there, that one hits. I can't even see how many times that hit, that third strong attack. But it's hitting multiple times for 800 to 900 a shot. And that one is hitting for a 2,700. The first strong attack hits for 26 to 2,700. I believe it double hits, but it could single hit as well. Looks like it just single hit right there, but I'm not really sure. I have to take a look. Let me take a look at it again. I can't tell, guys. I'm pretty sure it does double hit at least. Yeah, there it is. It does double hit, though sometimes it doesn't because of, like I said, your proximity or your positioning. As you can see, the normal attack damage is pretty much useless with this setup, but that's to be expected as well. Overall, it feels like a pretty safe character to play. The range on all these strong attacks is the most impressive thing, in my opinion. Alright guys, for the fourth build, we're going to go with a hybrid strong attack damage and strong attack recharge build. I'm going to use both Byakuya links, both Frenzy Byakuya links, and I'm going to throw an extra strong attack recharge link on there as well. So, as you can see, I have 54% increased strong attack damage and 28% reduced strong attack cooldown. Nnoitora normally has Nnoitora's soul trait is plus 20% strong attack damage, so I balance that out with a pure strong attack cooldown link. So he has a little bit of each, and we'll see how this works. It should be pretty useful for PvE. Alright. 6 seconds on the first strong attack. 12 on the second. And 17 on the third. So pretty close to the full recharge build. Maybe a second off on each strong attack. But the benefit is we get plus 56% strong attack damage. So already you can see he's hitting a lot harder. 3,400 on that one. The third strong attack is now multi-hitting for over 1,000 each hit. And yeah, it's actually a very noticeable difference. And the recharge times are, pretty good, considering that this isn't a pure recharge build. Wow. This might be the way to go with this guy. A hybrid build really works well on him. Primarily, I would say because he has a natural plus 20% strong attack damage as his soul trait. Yeah. You see how I'm just able to chain together these strong attacks with very little downtime in between. And he just hits pretty much everything on the screen. Like, you don't really have to be aimed in like a specific direction. Just so long as you're in the general vicinity, you're going to hit your enemies. Overall, guys, I think this is a much more fun and effective build than any of the builds that we've tested so far. Alright, let's keep going here. And multi-hitting on that third strong attack for over 1,000 now. Quite a big difference from the pure recharge build. The first strong attack is hitting for 3,500 or close to it. There we go. Some good damage there. And the recharge time is, compared to the full recharge build, the recharge of this build is not noticeably different. That's why I say, guys, if you have those Frenzy Byakuyas, they're excellent links. Especially if you have the 5-star one and the 6-star one. Alright guys, so the final build I'm going to show you is a hybrid normal attack damage and strong attack damage build. So what we're going to do here is put one normal attack damage link on, the Frenzy Ichigo, and one strong attack damage link on. So as you can see, he now has 36% increased normal attack and 52% increased strong attack. Like, as with the last hybrid build, the natural soul trait of Nnoitora, the plus 20% strong attack, really does help him quite a bit. So, let's see how this goes. He should now be hitting, for decent damage with his normal attacks, in addition to his strong attack damage. Strong attack damage still looks really good, middle 3,000s. The second one is hitting for just over 3K. Critting, took a hit there, and the normal attacks look really. The normal attacks are really quite improved. They now hit for over 1,000 and crit for about 1250. So this build is not bad either, guys. These hybrid builds seem to be the way to go with this guy. Because rarely in a raid situation will you be relying entirely on your strong attacks or entirely on your normal attacks. So a hybrid build might not be a bad way to go, especially if the character you're using already has normal attack damage or strong attack damage as their natural soul trait. It's really a lot more versatile, and you have very little downtime in your attacks. Your normal attacks are still acceptable, and your strong attacks are still very good. I just crit for 1400 there on a normal. It's 1200. Yeah, pretty decent. 1500 there. Pretty decent normal attack damage, considering he has no advantages here. And multi-hit for that third attack. Multi-hit for the third strong attack. Looks like it's doing 1,000 each. The first strong attack looks like it multi-hits for, let's see it again, for 3k about. Yep, the second strong attack is 3k as well. And the third one is multi-hitting for 1,000 or 900 to 1,200. So guys, the hybrid builds seem to be the way to go, at least in PvE for this character. They're both very strong. I would recommend the hybrid builds over the pure normal attack damage, or the pure strong attack damage, or the pure strong attack recharge. Hybrid's the way to go on this character, guys, if you have the links. Alright guys, so there you have it. That's a quick look at 6-star Nnoitora. I think he's a pretty solid character. Even though his statistics and his abilities are, less than optimal, he still is very effective, especially when you run him with a hybrid build. I have not tested this character yet in PvP. I'm not sure my accessories are good enough to make him viable yet, but if I do get to that point, I will definitely showcase him in a PvP scenario. But for now, guys, hopefully this information was useful, and hopefully you have a better idea of how this character plays. Thanks for watching, everyone, and let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.